Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, idiots and widgets from around the world, I am the Grumpy Vlogger. Today's is hashtag VEDA. It will be for yesterday was the 24th, 25th. Should be for number 26. And I may be off a day on these. I've lost track now. The question of the day, real simple. What are my weaknesses? Well, I have a weakness for candy, which we all know. And I have a weakness for technology. Not to the extent that some of the guys out there have, but enough that, enough that I spend way too much money on stuff, and I end up not using it. I think I gotta have the neatest, the best, the greatest, and I end up not using it. So that's the answer to that question. I've got a weakness for cooking. I love anything that's cooked well. Okay, there's a couple things I don't have a weakness for, and that's hog jaws, that's chitlins, that's what we prefer to call slime okra. I don't mind fried okra, but boiled okra just ain't gonna cut it. So but other than that, that's it. So what is today's subject? There's a couple things. I was kind of perusing through the news, and a couple things happened in this last 48 hours. Of course, those of you that don't know, or those of you who probably never knew because you're not old enough, but Robin Leach of Lifestyles, the Rich and Famous, passed away yesterday, or day before. He's within the last 36 hours, I think. And which he's the one who allowed us po folk to see how the rich folk lived, and he made it entertaining. He was quite an entertaining person, so that's kind of a sad note. And of course, it was also announced that John McCain will no longer be seeking treatment for his cancer. And whether you agreed with his politics or not, that's just it. The man was a POW. He did serve overseas. He served during the Vietnam War. Was held. It's just sad to anybody who has served this country, right or wrong, the way he did it was, whether you agreed with it or not. And I'm not going to say one way or the other. It's sad that's his demise and his ending. Then I noticed today, Mick something or another, who is a YouTuber. For whatever reason, he's got like 900,000. And I'm happy that I've got it in the 170s right now. This guy has 900,000. For whatever reason, he went off the deep end. Apparently stopped at his school, and then threw, I don't know, a brick through the window or something, and then took off, and he headed the wrong way at a high rate of speed, and was in a fatal car wreck in which he killed himself. And okay, if that's your choice to go out and do something like that and kill yourself, go do it in the quiet of your own home where nobody's gonna be hurt or stuff like that. I don't agree with it because it's just not it's just not the way I believe, but to each their own. But what was unfortunate is he took out a woman and a 12-year-old girl, and that 12-year-old girl will no longer be a productive member of society because she was never allowed to. And there again, YouTube has had, notice I got a lighthouse on this one. YouTube now has another black eye. And for whatever reason, in the news that I saw pop up, Logan Paul's name was in there again. Now, if you're a supporter of his, fine, okay. When I was, 15, 20 years old, I used to read Playboy for the articles. Anyways, we won't go there. But you know what I mean. That's what you guys are doing. If you're watching somebody like him, you're obviously not doing it for the articles. You're doing it for the stupidity of things, and I pity you. No offense to Logan Paul, but he's just not worth my time and effort. So enough said. But here's the thing that got me. Apparently, the Democrats have adopted a gender neutral language in their bylaws now. So I will no longer be a Mr. Mendenhall or he's the idiot that did it. The Democrats will no longer recognize me for what I am, which is a man. You know, I guess they call it self-genderization. Some garbage. I mean, really? Come on. What is wrong with this world? I mean, how far are we gonna go? You know, has it happened? Did it finally happen? Did the aliens finally come over? You know, did the invasion of the body snatchers finally get enough control that they can control the policies around the world? Because obviously, if those were normal human beings and they had a brain between two of them, they might not be saying silly stuff like that. Oh, for crying out loud, folks, get a life, you know. Anyways, this is going to be short. It took me forever to upload yesterday, so I'm just going to call it what it is, you know. It's the end of today. This is hashtag VEDA number 26. And everybody be nice out there, no matter what you are or who you are. Okay? Just remember, subscribe. Check out what I may put up here. Sometimes I put a banner, sometimes I don't. Check out what's over here, or over here. Okay? And ignore my dogs. You know, that's the dog behind the curtain. Just ignore it. But anyways, I'm the Grumpy Vlogger. I'm out of here. You guys have a good week, a good rest of the weekend, and have a good week this next week. I'm out of here. Bye-bye for now.